you guys, you know this is Good Deeds and I'm Dr. Renee Sunday. We're hanging out just outside of Atlanta in Norcross. We're actually hanging out with the Urban Media Makers Film Festival. You know they do this every year, so you need to get connected. But guess what? We have an exclusive with the a veteran in the industry. We actually have Bentley Kyle Evans. Welcome to Good Deeds.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Wow, this is just an amazing experience. It's just such an honor just to be in your presence.
Well, it's an honor being yours. I'm enjoying myself, and I'm glad you see it that way.
Wow, it's amazing, isn't it? Well, how are you enjoying yourself here in the ATL?
I got to tell you, ATL is my favorite city in the South. If I didn't reside in LA, it would definitely be in the top 5 for me, for sure. I love ATL. I'm enjoying myself, taking it easy, coming to do the work, but also, you got to get out and do a little socializing while you're here as well.
Yeah, we have plenty of restaurants and entertainment, all type of things here to offer.
Absolutely.
But not like LA now. I can go there and get Well,
but it's different. It's different. You get that good Southern comfort food, and everybody's so friendly, and you're so well received here. So it's a little different from LA, but LA first. I love that because that's where I'm from. Wow,
isn't that amazing? So I want to know, everybody, we know you from the awesome things that you've done. I mean, the Martin Show, we telling our age now, but we just learned so much from them shows, Jamie Foxx. I mean, just awesome things that you did early on in your career. But we want to step back a little bit. How did you actually get in the industry?
Oh, wow. So I started, and I'll make it quick. I started in, telling age, ain't we? We telling age. No, I started in 1986, and I started out as pretty much as an intern for Robert Townsend on his Hollywood Shuffle movie, and that is where I decided that I wanted to do this entertainment thing for the rest of my life. And from that, I got the advice to get into acting. Not that I wanted to be an actor per se, but it was more so that was an inroad to get to all the different producers and get them to pay attention to you, so then you could talk to them about what you really wanted to do, and that was to write and produce and direct. And it was a slow process, but I'm here.
Well, you said some awesome things there. It's a process, so we can't get it quick, you guys. We have to take it one step at a time. But the awesome thing, we have a list there: producer, director, actor, writer, just amazing mind. But how, because I've read so many articles saying that you have the eye. So what type of characteristics, I know you have to kind of meet the person and kind of see where their mindset is, but what just general basic things that you look for and just good talent?
I don't, when they say the eye, I think it's more so the feeling. It's a rhythm to it. It's a real feeling, and you know it when you feel it. When you see it, it's there. If it's a complete package. When a person has the ability to naturally be who they are and be able to project it and be able to internalize these different characters that they come up with or that I come up with and be able to really breathe that fire into them. I mean, I just look for all different types of qualities, but more than anything, that feeling, somebody who really wants it, somebody that's really hungry and that's driven, because I've always been driven, and so like minds think alike.
Wow, just that teachable spirit, as they say.
I think so, yeah, I think so.
That's amazing. I mean, because a lot of people want success like that, and they don't want to work at it. So they have to learn from greats like you that it's a process, and then also be eager to put in the work.
Got to be eager to put in that work. There's no way around it. I've read so many self-help books that tell you, no, you don't work hard, you work smart, and that's not true. You got to work hard. You have to put in the work, and you put in your hours. It's repetitiveness, and with repetition, it breeds greatness.
Wow. And I have to ask this because I'm a big person on purpose, finding your purpose. What actually, I know you say you start out with intern, but what keeps you going every day that I can say, hey, I'm making a difference in the world?
I mean, realistically, I've pretty much have just gotten to the point in the last decade or so to where I'm really driven, because, what keeps me going is that I want to leave a legacy. Wow. You see greats like Steve Jobs and of course people like Walt Disney and people like that have done greatness, and they've done things that are going to outlive them forever. And you know, if I could just get a little piece of that, just a little percentage of that, I just want to leave my mark and be able to say that God blessed me with a talent, and I was able to leave behind some of my work for whoever's interested in it after I'm gone.
That's the key. I really appreciate you saying that. Being very transparent about your beliefs. That's awesome. You know, Martin Lawrence. We have to talk about, is he like that in real life? That's so energetic. So, I mean, he makes you laugh everything that comes out of his mouth.
Well, he's naturally charismatic. He's naturally funny.
Mm-hmm.
Is he like the characters that he plays in the show, on the show and in the movies? No, I don't think so. I think he's got some of those characteristics, but Martin is a very serious, individual. He knows what he wants. Mm-hmm. He's more so of a no nonsense type of guy. It's like he's seen it all, and it's like, you know, he can see right through all the stuff, the minutia.
Yeah,
and so, but no, he's not like the characters that he plays. Now, he is funny. You know, you can have a conversation, and he doesn't even mean to be funny. We're just having a casual conversation. And you're sitting there looking at him just laughing, going,
like,
well,
really?
You don't even know you're making me laugh right now.
Really?
And you're talking about a serious situation. So he's a fantastic guy.
Wow. Do you see that you guys will be working on more things in the future?
Well, yeah. I mean, we're buddies. So, you know, we're friends, been friends for many, many years. And I can tell you that we have one project in the works right now.
Right.
We collaborated years back and did a Thin Line Between Love and Hate. And,
I was going to sing that for you, but I said I wasn't going to do that today.
I will go there with you.
Okay.
But we're looking at a Thin Line Between Love and Hate too. It's been a long time.
Wow, yeah.
But, you know, kind of revamping it in the way that they did with the Best Man Holiday. It's time. I think people are still hungry for it. And we've been in talks with Regina King, our new Emmy winner, and Lynn Whitfield, of course. Yeah. And we have a script that Martin and I completed a few months back, so it's in the works.
Wow. Well, we're ready.
I'm
ready.
ready.
And I have to ask you, because I'm a writer and a publisher as well, when you're writing things out, where is your mind? I mean, do you just pull it out of back here, or what's your mindset when you're trying to put things together like that?
I think everybody has it. I think and what I mean by that is we all dream. We all daydream, we all dream. It's the ability to be able to capture that dream and capsulize it and put it on paper. It's just the imagination, and it's just being in tune with stories. It's being able to find something that's compelling. And then, of course, with the education of the business as well, you learn how to take those visions and put them into a script form. And you know, you got to tell a story that could last for years and years and years, but you got to get it done in 90 minutes.
Yes.
So it's a little bit of an art to it, but it's practiced.
Wow, I believe that. Now, Jamie Foxx, I mean, that goes in, if you three together, Martin Lawrence, Jamie Foxx, all in a restaurant. Now, that would be your turn up, as the kids say, won't it?
Yeah, you know what, we did that. Me and Martin and Jamie and I think Jamie's manager, we were all in a restaurant and we were talking about doing this movie that never came into fruition. Who knows if it ever will? I doubt it, but who knows? And it was with Jamie's character, Wanda, and Martin's character, Shanae, robbing a bank. Now, we did a trailer for BET, and it went over really, really well for the BET Awards some years back. And people wanted it, and we all went to a restaurant to talk about it. And, you know, you just assume that all these guys know each other, but Jamie and Martin didn't really know each other. So we had this big meeting in this restaurant, and they were doing the characters, and it was so funny. It was incredible.
Wow.
It was incredible to be there, to be that fly on the wall to see it.
Wow, I could imagine.
Yeah.
Wow, that's powerful. Because that's what we need to do, is glean from people that's there.
Yeah.
I mean, you talk to somebody that's not there, that's not going to help you much.
No question.
Yeah, that's amazing. So to move forward, it's just so many things that you've done. You know, like I said, we're not going to hit the tune today. We'll do that some other time.
Yeah, we'll hit that when it's not so early, you know.
That's amazing.
Hey, what's up? I'm Bentley Kyle Evans, and you are watching Good Deeds. Follow me at Bentley Evans on Twitter, at Bentley Evans on Instagram, and at Bentley Evans on Facebook. And make sure you do a good deed.
The things that you're doing with just sitcoms in general, do you think that's your niche, or do you just want to stay pretty open to all the things that you're doing?
I try to fight it. I try to say that I don't have a niche, but it's what I've found the most success in. And you know what? It's my foundation. It's what I grew up on. When most kids are out in the middle of the street playing baseball and throwing the football, I was in there watching sitcoms. I was watching the great sitcoms of the 70s and the late 60s and the 70s, and I developed a real true love for it. And then when I got a chance to actually write it and be a part of it, I knew that that was my calling. So I stay in the sitcom lane because it's what I know best. Do I want to branch out and do other things and the drama atmosphere, and then the you know, and the action and adventure and more movie stuff? Yeah, absolutely. You know, I want to be all that I can be, but at this point in time, I think it's you know, sitcoms is my lane, and I've got a nice little business model that works for me.
Right. And that's important, having a model
Yep.
and a strategy. You
Yep.
just can't jump in there like
Yep.
so many of us do. And then
Yep.
our capital get, you know, affected, and then we're like, this doesn't work. But you got to have the right strategy.
I think so. I mean, you got, you know, people now, everyone's, you know, oh, we got YouTube, so I'm gonna just put together a play and put it out there on YouTube, and it's like, you can do that. That's great, but I mean, you still have to have a good strategy on how to monetize what you're doing, because it is a business, and that's what people need to really, really understand and respect. It's a business at the end of the day.
Because what they're saying is, if you have an expensive hobby, if you're not making any return.
I like that. I can
Right.
borrow that?
Yeah, because Uncle Sam gonna want to know what's going on.
You better know it. You better know it.
That's amazing. So tell us, we know, we've seen it all over the airways about the awesome things that you're releasing. 2 weeks, if that? Tell us about that awesome experience.
I mean, you know, it's been great. I mean, I've developed a good new business relationship with the Bounce TV network here in Atlanta, Georgia, and they have allowed me afforded me the opportunity to be able to, you know, write and produce what I want to write and produce and distribute it directly to them. And that's a luxury in this business, because you don't get those opportunities very often. So, you know, I've been blessed to have 2 shows with them now, 3 shows actually. One called, the first one I did with them was Family Time, which I produced and developed independently and took it to them and formulated my own distribution with them. And then I did another show with them. It was short-lived, called My Crazy Roommate. And then I did a new show that I have now called In the Cut with Dorian Wilson, and Jack Haight was featured in it, and quite a few others, Vanessa Bell Calloway, and boy, you know, I can't even think who all was on that show. So many of them. Who? Golden Brooks. Golden Brooks. I'm hearing a voice. Oh, Golden Brooks, and so many others. And with Family Time, it stars Angel Conwell and Omar Gooding, you know, Cuba Gooding Jr.'s kid brother. And this guy is magnanimous, you know, and he knows it. He knows those comic beats, but he's more of an actor.
Wow.
And so both of those shows are the #1 and 2 shows on the network at this point. So we're experiencing a lot of success, and we're helping provide Bounce with good content that's going to help them grow their network. So it's good to be remembered and still have a notoriety out here after doing it for so long, and I'm not gonna stop. Don't stop.
That's my look. See, you shouldn't have did that. That's my saying. Don't stop. Get it. Not that dance. It's a better dance.
You got your own?
Yeah. I'll show it to you.
Okay.
We just so funny. But you know, I want to go back to because media, unfortunate sometimes, we have to report negative things, you know, things that has a twist, I'll say, not even would say negative, but the things that's going on in the world now. And what I really admire about Bounce TV, like you said, great content, because if we have the right content, you know, it'll work out. But what are you, okay, kids sitting down looking at your programs every day whenever it comes on. What do you want them to get out that they can actually apply things to their life to be better?
First, for what I'm doing now, laugh, to bring happiness. That's what I like. I'm about happiness and positivity, and I want people to be able to smile. One of one of the things that I always like to make sure that I do is move the emotions in people, to basically feel good. You know, I like to do programs that, you know, sometimes they can be a little edgy, but I like it to where a family can sit down and watch it, where you don't have to be embarrassed to watch something with your kids. I mean, some of the stuff I see my kids watching, I'm going, are we watching that? Is that okay. Is that what it is? I like to, not wholesome necessarily, but real, very, very real. We deal with a lot in real life, and whether it's dramatic, whether it's, you know, comedic, however it's portrayed in the media and in our real lives, I like to try to capture a little bit of that and put it in my program so that people can at least say, well, if nothing else, it was authentic.
I love it. I love it. Now, the show about family. Now, I'm, as you know, you could tell, I'm a Southern Belle, and that was my foundation. All my values, and most everybody, their values come from their family unit.
Yeah.
What do you see that we can do? I know this is a big question, that we can do to help families kind of merge back together and actually at least have one meal a day?
It's, you know, it's hard. I don't know if it's a lost art. I don't know if we can put the genie back in the bottle at this point. I know that, you know, social media and these PDAs and all these things that people have in their handheld devices, I don't even call them phones anymore, it has captured the attention of the youth. And not just the youth, but mostly the youth. And so now people don't find time to get together as the family unit per se and sit down and have those conversations and stuff. And I think the only thing that we can do is we have to embrace all of the new media and all of the new technology, but still be able to encourage and promote family and being together. And you know, me and my family, we still play family games together. We still play Taboo. You know, mom and son against dad and daughter, and we flip it and switch it around, something like that. And it's because I think it's important. You want them to feel loved. You want that family to feel like, you know, my mom and dad really spent time with us and did things with us. And I think that's the kind of thing that I like to promote in everything that I'm doing. It's about family, because at the end of the day, that's all you really got. You only have your family. And so creating a show like Family Time, it gave me the platform to really develop these storylines that really are somewhat derived from my personal life. I mean, they have their own twist on them, and we have to embellish them. But for the most part, a lot of it is based on what's really going on in my house. It's a sitcom.
It's a sitcom.
It really is.
Well, it's hard to keep all that together. You got to get this plug, that plug for all those devices you're talking about. And you make sure you got to have high-speed internet for all of them to work at one time.
That's right.
So it's amazing. But I cherish that you actually have a great family unit. You know, I do as well. And, you know, one pastor said, I think it was Pastor Joe Osteen said that in regards of the male being in the family, that girls, if I have a loving father, which thank God I did, that actually I know how to know my value, number one, and number two, I know how a man should treat me. What's your thoughts on that?
Exactly that. It's exactly that. I think that, you know, I made it a point to be my daughter's first date. I made it a point to hold my daughter's hand and make her feel special. I made it a point to, I don't do it all the time, but I'm making a point to sometimes open the door for her and treat her like a little lady, because I know it's going to be hard on the guy, because now she got high expectations. But, you know, also just to spend those little moments, those late night hours talking to her and telling her what to expect in life, and how you know, it's not going to be easy, and there's going to be times where it's going to be rough, and that you have to be able to endure and be able to draw into yourself and draw into God's wisdom and really not be afraid.
Right.
Not be afraid and to know what this man relationship is, because if you respect your dad, I think that you will have a better relationship with a man. Now that's just my advice. I don't know if that's true, but that's what I think, and vice versa with me and my son, and passing down the values of what it is to be a man, and especially a man in America where we are, and what to look for, the pitfalls, and he's gonna fall into some. I realize that, but if I can try to help him avoid some of those things, I'd like to at least share some of my knowledge and wisdom, and so when he does fall into his pitfalls, he'll be able to go, oh, that's what he was talking about.
Wow.
Got it.
Yeah,
Wasn't listening at the time, but now I get it. And that's what I learned from my father.
Me too. I go back and say, oh, she told me about that.
Yeah.
That's so fun. Well, I totally enjoy talking with, we could talk all day and night, but I want to ask, because so many people are viewing that have lost hope. They don't know what they purpose. They don't, they have no idea. They just, what is it, existing? I hate to say that word.
Well, they're living, they're just existing, and they don't really have a purpose-filled life. And, I think that, you don't truly find true, genuine happiness until you find your purpose. I mean, I've been through ups and downs in my career, but because I knew my purpose, it couldn't steal my joy. If you're financially down or you're financially up, well, those are things that are going to happen. We're all going to have ups and downs, and life is a roller coaster. But at the end of the day, if you know your purpose and you stay steadfast in that purpose, there's no way you can really lose your happiness, your joy, and you'll do anything for it. Like I will do what I do for the love of it, almost for free, because if you're doing it and you're doing it well and you're doing what you love at a very high level, the money will come. It's like buying a Mercedes Benz. It's going to come with factory equipment that's already better than the average car.
Now, I'm a Mercedes person. They come to Atlanta, so I'll be able to pick mine right here. Okay, I'm sorry. I had to say.
You got to do it. Come on, get it.
Sponsor. No, I'm just. But what I want to do is, in the last minutes we have here, tell us what's coming up pretty soon, and also how we can connect with you and on social media. Now, do good things on social media. Don't be emailing him for the wrong reason. But tell us how, of course, last minute thoughts and how we can contact you and support you on social media.
Well, of course, always support me at Bentley Evans on Twitter, at Bentley Evans on Facebook, at Bentley Evans on Instagram. I don't do the Vine thing necessarily, and Periscope. Most importantly, Periscope. I didn't even know I was being Periscoped right now, but Periscope. And it's real important. You gotta really make sure that we follow and we support each other in our social media efforts, because this is the way that we're getting our words out nowadays. It's not necessary. Everybody can promote what they're doing and things like that, and especially when you're doing good with it. So those are the ways that you reach me via social media, and and so no, and you said you mentioned to kind of like some.
He want to give us some secrets of what's coming up. Now I'm being funny.
I don't really have any secrets. I got you. I don't really have any secrets. I would say that, you gotta dare to be different. You can't be afraid. You gotta green light yourself. Be bold enough to just take the bull by the horns and do what you want to do. Don't do it for the money, because again, the money will come. So you have to reach deep within you and realize what you want to do, and just not be afraid to be all that you can be. That's my message as far as what I'm promoting at this point, because I'm not afraid. I realize that focus is key, and anything that you want to do, if you focus on it and you become repetitious with it, it breeds success. So those are some of the things that I would share with your audience and whoever is tuning in, and I promote that everywhere I go. So that's it as far as that goes. And some of the projects that I have coming, again, I've got Family Time on the air right now on Bounce TV. It's on at 9 p.m. On the West Coast and on the East Coast. It actually airs twice on Tuesday nights. And we're doing a 10-week run right now. We just finished a 10-week run within the cut, and we're getting ready to go into production on another program called Mikasa, which is kind of like a modern day All in the Family, if you will. Little racy, little edgy, little, you know, little racial tension, interracial relationship. And I think it's time. America needs to see it because it's real. It reflects what we're really seeing right now. And I'm always pushing the pen, so you never know what is coming next. I just want to work with great people all the time.
Well, that makes sense. That makes sense. You got to make sure you represent, as they say. Well, we want to thank you so much for taking time out your busy schedule and be with us here on Good Deeds.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Woo woo. You know, I'm doing my audition after the cut. You know, after the camera go off, I'm doing my audition. Now, you know, he know I'm good.
She ain't got audition. We got her.
Wait a minute. Okay, re-recording, right? You guys, you know we have an awesome time here at Good Deeds. You know how to contact us. We got everything in one place now. www.reneesunday.com. We love you, love you, love you. You got to believe, trust, and walk it out. And you know, don't stop. Get it, get it. This is Good Deeds, and I'm Dr. Renee Sunday. Hi, you guys. This is Good Deeds, and you know I'm Dr. Renee Sunday. We wanted to take a time to come and just let you know a little bit more about me. People have been sending messages, been tweeting, been sending inboxes so to know a little bit more about me. Yes, I am an actual physician. I'm an anesthesiologist. I've been practicing for about 15 years. I'm actually also a media coach, and I'm an author, I'm a publisher. I'm a counselor, actually a grief counselor as well. You know, all the things that I do, the most important thing is three things. You have to believe in your purpose. You have to believe in yourself that you actually can accomplish your dreams, your purpose, and the things that you have in life. You know, when you believe it, then you can move forward and trust. You got to trust the process. You have to realize, guess what, that it won't happen in a snap. It takes a while for you to get a solid foundation and what your purpose is, and you actually have to align yourself, invest in yourself to get the great information you need to do to move forward. Having a right strategy is very important. And guess what? Trust in the process, you got to walk it out, okay? You have to actually put some action-based steps to work. You got to do that. And guess what? If you do the right thing, the money will run you down. You won't have to worry about it. You know, also, you have to have a great presence. When you actually approach a media outlet, you got to have the right things. You got to have some kind of website. You got to have social media. You have to have a headshot, a professional headshot, okay? You have to make sure you represent and represent your brand wisely. To have brand awareness, you got to do certain things. Certain things you got to have in place. Excuse me. You got to have a great system. You know, I'm a media coach as well. You know, to contact us for all the things that we do, to actually get me to host your event, whatever, actually contact us at www.reneesunday.com. I just want to let you know I love you, and I love you. And thank you for your support for Good Deeds, radio, TV, all the things that we're doing. And you know, don't stop, get it, get it. This is Dr. Renee Sunday, and this is Good Deeds. See you next time. Bye-bye.